Let's all start lying on our backs this evening. You can go ahead and bring the knees wide. The soles of the feet can touch here. Or if it's more comfortable just to have the soles of the feet on the ground, you can do that option too. And from here, bring your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. Take a big deep breath in through the nose, fill the lungs. And exhale out the mouth, letting it go. Do that 2 more times. Deep inhale in through the nose, filling completely. And exhale, letting it go. Releasing the day. Last one, inhaling in. And exhale, letting it go. Start to bring your knees in towards your chest here. You can give them a little squeeze, maybe swaying side to side. You can keep the eyes closed. And then moving into happy baby, reaching for the outer edges of both feet. Maybe continuing that rocking motion side to side. Take another breath in here. As you exhale, let your left leg go long. The heel touches down. And then hug the right knee in towards your armpit. Flex through the right foot. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, drag the right knee all the way over to the left. Taking a spinal twist. You can gaze out towards the right thumb, maybe even let the eyes close. One more breath here. And then slowly coming onto your back. Hug both knees back in towards your chest, little swaying motion. And then begin to straighten the right leg long, the right heel can touch down, and then hug the left knee in towards your chest. And then over towards the armpit. Breathe here. Kick out through the sole of the right foot. And then let the left knee fall all the way over to the right. Left arm goes out to the left, gaze follows. Maybe the eyes close again. And breathe. Another inhale. And then as you exhale, come back to your back on the mat. Hug the knees back into the chest again. Rock a little side to side. And find your happy baby again. Maybe this time you play with straightening one leg and then the other. It feels okay in the hamstrings. And then slowly come to stillness. Plug your low back into the mat. And then release the feet, lower the soles of the feet to the earth. Knees are bent. Make sure that your heels are just within distance that you can touch them with your fingertips. And as you inhale, start to just gently lift the hips up. And then reach the arms overhead, backs of the hands touch down, fingers point away from you. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly roll down along the spine. And let the palms follow, coming down by your sides. Plug your low back into the mat. Just following this wave of our breath. Inhale. Lift the hips, pressing down through the feet. Reach the arms overhead. Fill the lungs completely. And as you exhale, we roll it all the way back down. 2 more times. Move at your own pace, following your breath. The inhale takes you up. And on the exhale, you lower slowly. Nico came to say hi. And when you're done here, go ahead, cross one ankle over the other. We'll start to rock and roll. Take a couple rocks and rolls, massaging the muscles outside the spine until you come all the way up to the comfortable seat. Legs are crossed. Take an inhale, reach your shoulders up towards your ears. And as you exhale, roll them down your back. Another one like that. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale them down your back. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms sweep up towards the sky. And as you exhale, interlace all 10 fingers and bring them to the base of your skull. The elbows go out wide. Inhale, lift the chest up. As you exhale, a little side bend towards the right elbow is tracking towards the ground, the left elbow is reaching to the sky. Keep the left sits bone rooted down as you inhale. Exhale back up to center. Inhale, open the chest. And then as you exhale, bending towards the left, right elbow is reaching up towards the sky. Deep inhale. And then all the way back up, keeping the fingers interlaced. Press your fingers up towards the sky. Breathe in. As you exhale, start to round through the spine, but keeping the arms straight out in front of you. Press the palms away from you. Tuck the chin in towards your chest. And then inhale, relift. Exhale, round. Press your palms away from you. Inhale, lift. And exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, twist to the right. Right fingertips behind you, left hand pressing into the right knee. Press down to find length in your spine. And as you exhale, twist a little more deeply. You can stay here like this, or to get a little neck stretch and start to direct your gaze towards the left, past the left shoulder. Breathing into the right side of the neck. Staying high on those right fingertips. One more breath. And then slowly make your way back to center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left fingertips are high. Right palm to the left knee. Inhale, grow long in the spine. And as you exhale, twist a little more deeply. Taking the neck stretch on this side, you can start to direct your gaze past the right shoulder. Keep that right shoulder down away from the ear here. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, slowly bring everything back forward and come on into your tabletop. Spread your fingers wide into the mat. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips over the knees. And then drop the belly, lift the gaze. Inhale, cat. And then exhale, cow. Shoulder blades moving away from one another, palms planted. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round. Two more, your pace. Nice, full, deep breath. Making sure to exhale completely. Inhale back to a neutral spine. And then pressing down through the right hand, lift your left fingers up towards the sky. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, thread the left shoulder down to the mat. Pressing down through the back of the left hand. Twist your chest up towards the sky. You can bring the right fingertips just in front of your face, using that as leverage to twist deeper. One more breath here. And then plant the right palm back down. Inhale, lift up through the left fingers. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Other side, inhale, right fingers lift up. Exhale, thread the right shoulder down to the mat. Press down through the right forearm, the back of the right hand, and then come onto the left fingertips. Bring them just in front of your face. And turn the chest up towards the sky. One more full breath in. As you exhale, slowly plant down through that left palm. Reach your right fingertips back up. And then coming on to tabletop position, tuck your toes under. Come back so you're sitting on your heels. It's a little foot stretch. I'm going to turn to face you. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up. Lift up through the ring fingers, gaze up. And as you exhale, cactus the arm. Now eagle arm wrap, left arm over right. Either hold on to opposite shoulder blades or bring the palms together. Lifting your elbows up towards shoulder distance. Press the pinky side edge of your hands away from you. Breathe into the shoulders. One more inhale. And slowly release that. You can take a little break of the feet, lifting up. You can tap the tops of the feet down on the mat. Good. And then other side, tuck the toes back under. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale to cactus. And then eagle arm wrap, other side. Press the pinky side edge of your hands up and away from you as you lift your elbows. Getting into the shoulders. If it's too intense for your feet, feel free to come up off your heels. Just one more breath. And then release the arms. Lift up to standing on your knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale as you tuck the right toes under and then reach back for the right heel. Half camel. Press the pelvis forward. Inhale. And exhale all the way up. Switch sides. Tuck the left toes under. Inhale. Exhale. Left arm sweeps back for the left heel. Press the pelvis forward. Lift the heart. You can have an easy gaze just down at the mat. No need to strain the neck. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly come back up to standing on the knees. Breathe in, lift up through the fingers. And then as you exhale, slowly come down into child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching. Sink your chest down in towards the mat. Reaching out through the fingertips. Breathe in. And as you exhale, start to walk your left palm over to the left. Bring your right hand to the back of your left hand. Maybe interlacing the fingers. Drag your right armpit towards the ground. Just one more inhale here. As you exhale, walk the fingers all the way over towards the right side of the mat. Left palm to the back of the right hand. Press your left armpit towards the ground. Your left glute towards your left heel. Another breath in. And then slowly back towards your tabletop position. Inhale here. As you exhale, tuck the toes under, lift your hips up and back, or first downward facing dog. You can start by bending one knee at a time, warming up the legs. Coming back to your full deep breaths. Pause here for a moment with both legs straight. And then take a big inhale, bend both knees deeply so the knees are almost hovering above the mat. And then arch your sit bone up towards the sky. Breathe in here. Find that length in your spine, and as you exhale, straighten the legs, heels down. 2 more. Inhale, deep bend of the knees. Drive through the palms. Exhale, straighten the legs. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look forward at your fingers. And as you exhale, slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Take your time to get here. Come to your standing forward fold with a little bend in the knees. And then sway it out. Walk the hands side to side. The back of your neck be long. And then finding stillness for a moment. Bring your hands onto your hips. And then with a little bend in the knees and a rounded spine, come all the way up to standing. Inhale, the arms sweep up towards the sky. As you exhale, the right hand comes to the left wrist, side bend to the right. Check in with your feet. Are your toes spread wide into the mat? Anchoring you to the ground. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, back up to center. Switch sides, left hand to the right wrist side. Bend over to the left. Soften the face. One more inhale. Exhale it back up. Lift up through your fingers. And as you exhale, cactus the arms. And then interlacing your hands behind your back. Press your knuckles down towards the ground as you lift your heart up. Deep inhale here. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then slowly release the hands. Inhale the arms back up. And as you exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find length through your spine. And as you exhale, plant your hands, step it back to plank pose. And then lower the right knee to the mat. Turn your right shin towards the front of your mat so it's parallel to the front of the mat. Modified side plank, left heel lowers down. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Spread all 5 fingers of your right hand wide. And start to bring some arm circles into the left. Arm if that feels good in your shoulder. And switch directions of your circles if you haven't. Good. Pause with the left arm alongside the ear. Big inhale, root down through the outer edge of the left foot. And then circle the left palm down to the ground. Come onto the left knee. Turn your right toes back. We're back in tabletop. And then drop the belly, lift the gaze. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Holding at the top for 3, 2, 1. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, looking forward at your thumbs. As you exhale, slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Take an inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. And then as you exhale, fold down. Inhale, Come up to standing. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Lift up through the fingertips. And as you exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Look up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Keep your right fingers connected towards the ground. Bring a bend into the right knee, and then lift the left fingers up towards the sky as you drive your left hip back. Maybe taking a half bind, reaching the left fingers for the inner right thigh. Opening the chest up. One more breath in. And then slowly return the left fingers to the mat, straighten the right leg. Other side, the left knee bends, left fingers stay connected. Right arm lifts up. Draw the right hip back. Inhale. And then maybe you take a half bind. Right fingers reaching for the inner left thigh. Take one more inhale here. And then slowly lower your hands back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to the shins. Find length. And then exhale, plant your hands, step it back into plank. Lowering the left knee, coming into our modified side plank on the other side. Left shin's parallel to the front of the mat. Right arm reaches up and overhead. And start to take your shoulder circles here, sweeping the fingers along the horizon while you root down through the outer edge of your right foot. And switch directions of your circles if you haven't. On your next inhale, pause. Right arm reaches alongside the ear. Inhaling. And then lower the right hand down to the mat. Spin onto both knees, tabletop. And then scoot your knees back just a couple inches. Lower all the way down onto your belly. Hugging your elbows in towards your sides. And then untucking the toes. Take an inhale for baby cobra. And then as you exhale, lower the forehead down to the mat. On your next inhale, lifting up, maybe it's a little higher or you stick with baby cobra. As you exhale, you lower your forehead down to the mat. One more inhale, lifting up, squeezing the elbows in towards one another. And then exhale, lower it all the way down. Plant your palms, and then come onto hands and knees, transitioning into down dog. Deep inhale in through the nose. Holding it at the top for 3, 2, 1. And then open mouth, exhale, sigh. As you're ready, inhale, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Left heel's dropping down. And then bend through the right knee, opening the hip. Weights even in both hands. Keep breathing here, breathing into the hip opener. Option to flip your dog, lowering your right foot to the ground behind you. And then driving through that left palm, lifting the hips up. I like to support my head and neck with my hand here in Wild Thing. You could play with that too if you'd like. One more inhale. And then slowly coming back into three-legged dog, lift up through the right heel. Step the right foot all the way in between the hands. High on your fingertips, pull your chest forward. And then slowly lower the left knee down to the mat. Untuck the left toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, fingers lower towards the mat, framing your right foot. Inhale again, pulling your chest forward. As you exhale, straighten the right leg, driving down through that right heel, flexing the right toes towards your face. Maybe you walk the fingertips back in a little towards you. And breathing into the right hamstring. One more inhale. As you exhale, start to rebend the right knee. Plant the left palm and then lift your right fingers up. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe going for the quad stretch if you like, reaching back for the outer edge of the left foot. And then dropping the hips forward, pressing your heel in towards your glutes. But the foot is opposing that movement, opening the shoulder. Option to come onto the left forearm to deepen this if you'd like. Keep moving the breath in and out. And on your next exhale, slowly release the foot if you have it. Fingers frame your right foot. Tuck your left toes under. Lift it back up into downward facing dog. Inhale here in your down dog. Exhale, heels drive down towards the ground. Another breath in here. Letting it go. And then as you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts up. And bend the left knee, open the hip. Notice if your left shoulder tends to lift up, can you press it back down so it's even with the right? Maybe you keep going, flipping the dog, letting the left ball of the foot drop down towards the mat. So then press down through that right palm. Left hand can support the back of your skull. Another full breath in. And let's all meet back in three-legged dog. Left heel lifts. And exhale, step your left foot all the way in between your hands. Pull your chest forward. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the right knee down towards the mat and untuck the right toes. Inhale, lift your chest up. Reach up through the fingers. And as you exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead, lower the fingers down to the front of your mat, framing your left foot. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, start to straighten the left leg, flexing those left toes in towards your face, dragging the left hip back in line with the right so the hips are square. Maybe you want to walk your fingers back in towards you. And breathe into the left hamstring. One more breath in. And as you exhale, slowly begin to rebend the left knee. Plant your right palm. And lift your left arm up towards the sky. Inhale here. As you exhale, option to take it into a quad stretch. If you want to up the intensity, you can lower the right forearm down to the mat. Just breathing into the sensations. And the exhale, allowing your body to soften. So I'll take one more breath in. And on the exhale, gently release the foot if you have it. And bring both hands down to the mat, framing the left foot. Tuck your right toes under, lift the back of your right knee up towards the sky, and then step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale here in your down dog, filling the lungs. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. And now as you inhale, look forward towards your thumbs. Slowly walk your feet up towards the front of the mat and come into seated, however you get here. Good, and then knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the mat. Plant your hands behind you, fingers are facing towards your heels. We're going to cross the right ankle to the top of the left thigh, so it's like figure 4 pose. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to lift the hips up to our reverse tabletop with a little bit of hip stretching action. Keep flexing through the right toes to keep your right knee protected. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower the hips down. But let's keep the stretch going. To increase the intensity, you can scoot yourself a little closer towards the left heel. Maybe you even hook your chin over your right calf. Good, one more breath in here. And then as you exhale, lean back a little. Allow your left leg to straighten and then bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Just going to turn so it can be seen. Good. Twist your chest a little towards the right knee. And then inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, side bend over to the left. So the left forearm can come down to the top of the left thigh or even inside of the thigh. And the right arm is reaching overhead. We're working on spiraling our heart up towards the sky. So if you'd like, you can reach for the left toe, but if you find that your chest is starting to sink towards the ground, then just release it. Maybe even supporting the back of the head, similar to what we do in Wild Thing. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to turn out over the left leg. Take an inhale, find length. And then as you exhale, fold. Right hand can reach for the outer edge of the left foot. Our left fingers are just outside of the left ankle. And breathe. Keep flexing through the left foot. Let the face soften. One more breath. And slowly start to straighten the spine up. You're going to turn to plant your right hand just behind your right glute. And then pressing down through that palm, down through the right shin and the left heel. Lift the hips up. Press your pelvis forward. Sweep your left arm up and back. Feel a nice counter stretch. And slowly lowering down when you're ready. So we'll do that little stretch on the other side. So bring the soles of your feet back down to the mat. And then we're going to cross the left ankle to the top of the right thigh. Fingers are facing towards the heels. Take an inhale to prepare. Roll the shoulder blades down and together on your back. And as you exhale, lift up. Reverse tabletop. Breathe here. Feel all that strength you have in your arms and the legs. And then slowly lower the hips down. Continuing with our hip stretch, you can walk your hands forward. You can scoot your hips up a little closer towards your right heel. Whatever feels comfortable for you here in our hip stretch on the side. Maybe you want to hook your chin over that left calf, making yourself into a tight little ball, closing the eyes. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, slowly begin to unwind from that. Scooch the hips back as you straighten the right leg, and then plug the left sole of the foot into the right inner thigh. Turn your chest so that it's facing towards the left knee. As you inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, side bend to the right. However you like to do this pose. Maybe you like to support the base of the skull, the hand. Maybe you like reaching for the toes. And keep grounding down through that left sit bone. Make sure it's not lifting off the mat. Staying in a place where you can regulate your breathing to maintain a nice, calm cadence. Take another inhale. As you exhale, slowly start to fold out over the right leg, bringing your left hand to the outside of the right foot or the calf. Right fingers are out to the right. And then inhale. Find that length in your spine. Exhale, see if there's a little more depth here. And one more inhale. As you exhale, slowly start to sit up. Plant that left hand behind you. Turn your right toes towards the ground as you lift up. Press the pelvis forward. Right arm up and back. I love this counter stretch. As you're ready, you can lower all the way back down. Straighten both legs out in front of you. Flexing through the toes. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, forward fold. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly roll all the way back up. And then bend the knees. We're going to lower all the way down onto our backs again. Good. This time you can take full wheel, or you can just go with bridge, or you can flow with your breath like we did in the beginning with that wavy, pulsing bridge breath movement. Up to you. But as you're ready, take an inhale. And then exhale, lift the hips. We'll be here for about 5 breaths, whether you want to move with the breath or stay still. We kind of lost count of our breaths here, but as you're ready, slowly come all the way back down. I'm distracted by this parakeet in the tree staring at me. Okay, go ahead, hug the knees into the chest. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to move into Plow Pose. So just lifting the legs overhead, making sure you don't move your head side to side here. Keep looking straight up towards the sky. If you find that the tops of your feet and your toenails touch the earth, then you can work towards interlacing your fingers behind your back. And just breathing here. If you want to take shoulder stand, go ahead, straighten one leg at a time. Otherwise, you can just stay in plow. And shoulder stand again, looking straight up towards the ceiling, not looking side to side to protect our neck. We'll be here for about 5 more breaths. This time I'll promise to keep track of them. And on your next exhale, once you finish those up, you can slowly come all the way back down to your back. Coming right into Shavasana. Take your legs out wide. We're actually just going to do a little bit of pranayama, a little bit of breath work to close up our practice. So you can bring your right hand to your belly again and your left hand to your heart. How we started class. So we're going to practice our 2-part breath. So as you inhale, you'll first inhale deep into the belly, feel your right hand rising. And then as you continue exhaling, breathing into the chest, feeling the ribs expand, the left hand lift. And once you're full, exhale smooth out through the mouth. Both hands dropping at the same time. 2-part breath. Inhale, right hand lifting. And when that is full, left hand starts to lift as your ribs fill. And then open mouth, exhale. Smooth breathing in the nose. Might be a little pause in between the 2 parts. And then exhale out the mouth. Really taking the time, extending the exhale. Two more rounds of this. Your pace. Soothing the nervous system, releasing tension in the body. Really cultivating a sense of calm in the whole body. And once you finish that, you can put the hands here. You can allow them to come down by your side. Just fully letting go of any control over the breath now. And maybe just noticing it. In and out the nose. Maybe you notice it more in the belly. Or in the rising and falling of the chest. Just seeing if there's anywhere else you can release tension from in the body. I encourage you to stay here as long as you want. If you're ready to continue on with your day or evening, start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, maybe starting to circle out through the ankles and the wrists. And then gradually reaching the arms up and overhead. Bringing the legs together and pointing through the toes, full body stretch. And rolling onto one side. Slowly, maybe the eyes can stay closed here in this transition. And come all the way up to seated. Whatever comfortable position that is for you. And let the eyes close. Take one final round of breath together. As you inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Thanks so much for practicing with me. Namaste. And Nico's enjoying eating some sweet corn.